All right. Welcome back to another night of Brand U or Brand University, however you want to call it. This is a night school for service providers. So if you're a hairstylist, an esthetician, a electrician, a plumber, whatever you do, if you offer a service to a client, then you are a service provider and this is for you. We start at 7:30 p.m. as long as I'm not having no technical difficulties, because sometimes we start at 7:35. But if you don't see me on at 7:30, just know I'm coming. I'm coming. Just give me a second. My computer might be acting up, or something might be acting up. So this week we're gonna cover content. Okay. So I know we cover content on Tuesdays, but this week we're gonna cover the entire week. We're gonna cover the foundations of it, how to position it for your offers. We're gonna cover content as a whole this week. Okay. So that's what all we're gonna talk about. So if you're new here, welcome in, and if you're coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. I want this to be a space that we can learn together, and you can ask questions and I can answer them for you, and you can get a little bit of clarity on the things that you've been, just needing extra help on, right? So this week, today we're going to talk about the foundations of our content, because before we get into the post ideas and the hooks and the captions, we need to talk about the foundation. Just that. That's why Monday we cover foundations. It sets the tone for the week, and as you know, we build each night on what we talked about the previous night. So if you're here tonight, make sure you're here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day, okay? But if your content isn't converting, it's probably not because you're lazy, unless you're just not posting at all, then that could be a thing. But a lot of people think like, oh, the algorithm is against me. Oh, maybe I need to post every single day. Maybe I need to do this. But it's usually because your foundation is weak. That's usually why your content doesn't convert like you want it to. Your foundation just might be weak. And so tonight we're going to focus on foundations, content, building trust, and closing that client. So I want you to understand this, like from the very beginning, content isn't just about posting. You can post and your content not resonate with your client, right? Like, content is more so how your business is understood in a public place. It's kind of like your digital resume. How do you show up online? What do I know from you in the first 3 seconds of me coming onto your page, right? Every post should teach people what you do, why it matters, and who you're for, and the results that they're going to get from you, right? Those 4 things, like, can I trust you? What result am I going to get? Why does this matter to me? And who do you serve? Who is your target audience? I should know all those things from coming to your page. So if your content feels like random, or you're inconsistent, or it's just all over the place, it means probably one of your foundations is not clear. And if you're not clear on it, then your audience definitely won't be clear on it. And if they're not clear, it's going to be harder for them to trust you, because they don't even know what you do in the first place. So before we go any further, I want you to drop one in the chat if you've ever sat down and thought, I don't even know what to say today. Like, what do I even post? Like, what am I supposed to post? Should I just copy other people? If you've ever had any of these thoughts, drop a one in the chat. Because I want to hear from you, and I want to know that you're here and that you're ready to take notes and be attentive tonight. And then if you want the framework for everything that I'm teaching, like I said, it begins here. This helps you with your foundations, but we go so much deeper in the content club. So if you want the ebook, it's $10. Send me the word ebook to my DMs. If you want the content club enrollment, like I said, we'll talk about more of what this is later. But if you want that, send me the word content to my DMs, or just go to my DMs and click how do I get access to the content club, and it'll send you the link, literally. Okay? And that is what I'll be talking about with automations, but we'll talk about that later. So, right? So I want us to get into a little bit deeper into content, right? Because I want to teach this slowly, because a lot of service providers think they struggle with content because they're not creative, and I kid y'all not, I'm not creative at all. I'm be real with you. I ain't got a creative. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't have a creative phone in my body, but I can't dance. So them little TikTok dance trends y'all be doing, that's out for me. I can draw a little bit. I can draw a couple flowers or something. But when it comes to drawing, I'm not that creative. I'm more strategic than anything. I'm not very creative, right? So, yeah, let's just say that. So you don't have to be creative to make good content, needless to say. Like, It's so many resources out here. You do not have to be creative, right? That's never the real issue. The real issue is that you're unclear on who you're talking to and your target audience and what you should be posting, right? Like, you don't know what problem you solve. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what you want to be known for. You don't know how to connect. You don't know how to connect the content to the offer that you have or the services that you provide, right? So every time you sit down to create content, it feels like you're starting over each time from ground zero. And that's why content feels so draining for you, because you never know what to post. And when it's time to post, it's almost like a third job. Like, you're servicing your clients, you're sending the emails, now you're creating content, and it's almost like exhausting for you. Not because you don't have the ideas, but because you don't have the structure in place to make it efficient, make it easy, batch your content out easily. So, like for an example, okay, if you're a hairstylist and you say, okay, I don't know what to post. And if I come look at your page and I see like random appointment posts, like, hey, new slot open, or a few pictures of your clients, and then like a motivational post, and then like a selfie. Like, sometimes I go to a hairstylist page and I'm like, I don't even know who the hairstylist is. Like, all I see is pictures of the client's hair, and that's cool and all, but I want to know who's doing my hair, and I want to know where I'm going. I want to know, like, can I trust you? Is this going to be safe? Do you have a bad rep? I want to know all of these things. I want to build trust with you before I book you to do my hair. I want to see that a couple other people that I know that came to get their hair done too. So, yeah, if you do all that and then you're not posting consistently, I mean, that's confusing for your audience, first of all, but I feel like it's also confusing for you. And like I said, this is your digital resume. It's a representation of your brand. So you want to show your services through your social media, or show the value of your services through your social media. But the issue with that page that I just described is, like, you might not know what you want to be known for, or what client you want to speak to, or what client you're trying to attract. Once you know those things, I promise you these things become so much easier. Okay? But yeah, at that point, you just kind of post whatever comes to your mind. Like, oh, that'd be a good thing to post. Let's just post that. Oh, there's no strategy. And if your content feels random and all over the place, your clients are going to think that you're all over the place, and that's not a good look for your business. So I want you to have some type of strategy with your content. So I want to ask you right now, like, what's the hardest part for you? Like, right now with your content, is it knowing what to say? Is it saying it clearly, or is it saying it consistently, or just staying consistent posting? What's your hardest part with your content? Because I feel like all of these trace back to the same issue, and that's being clear on what you want to post about. That's it, right? Like, you need to know who you're speaking to. Who are you speaking to? Because most people say things like, oh, small business owners, or women, or busy moms, or people who need help, and that's not enough, right? Like me, I talk to service providers who are looking to get new clients into their business, right? Who are you talking to? I want you to narrow it down a little bit. Because if your audience is too broad, your content will still sound generic, not only to the people, I'm tired today, but also to the algorithm. It might get likes, but people won't interact, and they won't have that intent to book. Like, you need them to have that intent to book. And so when you're scrolling, right? If a piece of content feels personal, like it's relatable, you reply to it, right? You comment, you engage. When it doesn't feel personal, you just double tap and keep going. You want your content to feel personal for your ideal client. So for an example, if you're a fitness coach and you say, I help women lose weight, not good enough. But if you're a fitness coach and you say, I help women in their 30s who work full time, without 6 days a week, without 6-day gym schedules or extreme dieting. Okay, cool. Now you're speaking to a specific target audience. You're speaking to a pain point of people that don't want to be in the gym every day, that don't want extreme diets, that work full time, they're in their 30s and they want to lose weight. Now we have a target audience. Women who want to lose weight is a lot of people. But now we've narrowed it down to women in their 30s who don't have the schedule, who have busy schedules and just don't have the time, but are willing to make the time with the right help. If you're an esthetician, I help with skincare is not good enough. But if you say something like, I help women struggling with acne and dark spots build a clear skin routine that actually works for them, that's better. That's a better target audience, because now you've limited your competition and you've spoke directly to a target audience. I mean, to an ideal client. Now, if anybody has acne, they pay attention. If they're a woman with acne, they pay even more attention. If they have acne and dark marks, now we're working with something, right? So I want it to be clear. I want you to be able to build trust. And when you're specific, you build trust. Now, I want you to write in your notes, I want you to write this one sentence. My content is for blank. Who? Who is your content for? It's not for everybody. It's not whoever needs this. I want you to think of a real person in your head. Think of one of your clients that you have now, if you have any. Close your eyes. I want you to visualize this. Think about your clients that you have. What do they wear? What do they do? How old are they? Like, what frustrates them? What are their pain points? What problems do they have? What are they tired of? Like, what are these things? Your content is for who? And if you cannot describe the person, your content won't feel personal. And if it doesn't feel personal, it probably won't convert. And this is what we go through in the content club. We go over, when I say we go over everything, we go over everything. We start at the foundations of things. We do our market research, because you're stepping into a conversation that's already happening, and you don't want to step into a conversation that's happening on social media without prior knowledge of what's happening in that conversation. So we do our market research first. We go over our content pillars. We go over our hooks. I give you a hook library. We do so many different things throughout the 6 weeks. And then the course that I give you, you get to keep it for life. You get to keep the community for life. What else do we go over? I teach you how to edit. We edit together live. I teach you how to record. I teach you what equipment I use, what equipment you can be using, how to start off, and then slowly progress as your content progresses, what mics I use, what mics you can use. We have some for all budget ranges. Let me see what else we go over. We go over how to turn that person that commented on your post into a client, how to build that lead magnet. That's not the whole course, but we do cover that, because you need to know, how to build your ebook, how to do those specific things that you need to do, how to build your booking site, all these things. We go over all of these things in the content club course, because and your content is the first part. This is what they see, but also for you to be successful in the course, now you need to know these 3 things, and we touch on them there. I don't give you all of it, but we touch on those 3 things. And then we also go over brain fart, content pillars, hooks, script writing. We go over script writing, frameworks, editing, how to turn the content into, client into a content, and we briefly cover ads just a little bit. So we cover so much, and it's broken down to where it's so simple for you. And outside of that course, we cover so much more on our live calls. So if you want to join the content club, you do have to apply. Send me the word content to my DMs, and you can join in. Enrollments are open today. There are only 20 spots, okay? 20 spots open. If you want to join, there are 20 spots open. And I mean, if you miss it, we won't have another one until summer. There won't be another cohort until summer. This is our spring cohort. So you got to get in now if you want to get in. Okay, so when we're talking about our content, your client doesn't care about your service. They care about their problem and how you can solve it. So you want to start with the pain point problem first, then pitch the service, right? And this is one of the biggest mindset shifts for service-based business owners. And this is one that we all really need to make. People are searching for clear skin, more energy, more confidence, less stress, more clients, less confusion. They're searching for these things. Your service is simply the vehicle. That's what gets them from point A to point B. But they're searching for point B. They're searching for the 30 pounds down. They're searching for the dark spots gone. They're searching for these things, and your service is the vehicle that takes them there, right? People aren't looking for a facial. They're looking for help with their acne, or smoother skin, or, confidence without makeup, like things like that. They're not looking for a personal trainer, right? They're looking for weight loss, structure, accountability, confidence in their body. If you're a branding specialist, they're not looking for branding help. They're looking for more visibility, better clients, a business that feels clear. If your content leads with the service instead of leading with the problem, you're making people work too hard. You're making them think, like, what do they actually do? They need to know what you do, and they need to know you solve their problems right out the door. Like if you're a hairstylist, okay, let me give you a weak call to action. You could say, book your color appointment today, right? But if it's strong, you could say something like, if your color keeps fading fast and your hair feels dry after every appointment, this is probably why. And then give them tips, right? Or if you're a trainer, you don't want to say now accepting one-on-one clients. No, you want to say if you're working out every week and you're still not seeing results, then your plan is probably missing these steps. 1, 2, 3, give them value after that. Or if you're a coach, you don't want to say now enrolling new clients. You want to say if you're consistently posting but still not getting inquiries, your content probably has this gap, right? The better the example, the better example works because it talks about the problem and not just the service that you offer or that you have new client spots available. They don't care about that. Problems are going to create attention. Attention opens the door for the client to step into it, and then your service becomes the solution, right? Like say for instance, I'm window shopping, right? I'm window shopping, I'm walking down, I see all these things, but something catches my eye to get me to walk into that shop. And once I walk into that shop, now they're able to speak to me to get me to purchase the dress that I saw in the window, right? But you got to get something to catch their attention. It's the same thing with social media, right? So I want to know, what is one real problem that your ideal client is dealing with right now? Your ideal client, what are they dealing with right now? I want you to type it in the chat. Type it in the chat for me. Okay, because I want us to be aware of what problems our clients are dealing with. And if you don't know it right now, that's totally fine. But I want you to get familiar with what that is, okay? Now, I want to go over problem, process, transformation, because a lot of service-based business owners are good at talking about information, but they're not good at talking about the transformation that they're giving the client, right? The transformation is what's going to sell. So that's going to say like, well, if you're talking about information, you're going to say, here's some tips, or here's a fact, or here's what I know. Transformation says, here's where my client started, here's what changed, and here's what it looks like after working with me. This is how I get you from this to this, right? That's a transformation. So for example, if you're a lash tech and you say hybrid sets are very popular, that's some information. We know that already. We can look that up on Google. But if you say this is for the woman that wants to look put together without spending 30 minutes of makeup on every morning, that shows okay. That shows okay, a transformation. Or trainer. If you're a trainer and you say strength training is important, I know that already. I can look that up on Google. But if you say this is what it looks like when a woman stops guessing in the gym and finally trains with a plan, transformation. You see the difference? I'm reframing it. If you're an esthetician and you say something like exfoliation helps remove dead skin, we know that already. We can look that up on Google. If you want to see the transformation, you can say this is for the client who's tired of hiding her skin and wants to feel confident and barefaced again. Transformation. So, transformation is something they can visualize, right? They can visualize it. If it's information, then they can look it up on Google, right? People don't invest in information. They invest in change and transformation. They want to get a transformation from you. So your content consistently needs to show what life felt like before, what life felt like after for your client, and what role your service plays in that shift, right? So I want you to say, think about this. If someone followed you for a month, would they clearly understand the transformation that you helped create? Yes or no? If not, we might want to get back to the drawing board, right? So I want to get a little bit more direct with you, right? I want you to ask yourself something honestly. Like, what is it costing you to keep doing content without strategy? What is it costing you? Not just financially, but what is it costing you in missed opportunities? What is it costing you with inconsistency, with low confidence, with what is it costing you for wasted time? What is it costing you for burnout? All of these things, like, it's costing you so much more than just the financial burden of not posting content consistently and posting without strategy, but also you're posting without strategy and you're posting consistently, but nothing's happening, right? That's going to cause burnout. I want you to get something from your content, because doing nothing has a price too, and posting randomly has a price. Staying vague has a price. You want to niche down. Waiting until you feel inspired or feel good. If you only do things when you feel good, you won't get a lot done, and that has a price. So financials aren't the only price that you pay when you don't take action on your business. We have to get up and take action, because the opportunity doesn't leave, it just goes to the next person. So if you don't take it, somebody else will. And a lot of business owners are comfortable paying the price of just staying stuck, right? I don't want you to stay stuck where you are. I want you to do things that are going to move the needle in your business. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it takes a lot of thought. Yes, we have to invest in ourselves. But is it worth it in the end? Yes. But I don't want you to stay a small business, right? We're building big businesses this year. I don't want you to keep paying the price of staying stuck. I want you to move the needle. I want you to grow. I want you to invest. I want you to do all the things that you should be doing in your business. So tonight we talked a lot about foundations and who you're speaking to, what problem you solve, and what transformation you create, right? Tomorrow we go deeper, and we're going to talk about the content that every service-based business must be posting if you want authority, if you want to build trust, and if you want clients. So if you want help organizing these foundations, like I said, the Content Club enrollments are now open. If you DM me the word content, I'll send you more information about the Content Club. If you want that, like I said, if you have questions, you can DM me or you can email me at BrandU@Anilafulton.com, and that is there. But and you know what? I'm going to do something for the people that are on this call. I'm going to do something. If you DM me the word content right after this call, here's the landing page you'll go to. And actually, let me turn the brightness up so you can see it. So I'll send you to this landing page, right? What you'll do is you'll click this yellow button right here. I'll zoom in. You'll click this yellow button, and it'll take you to an application page. I want you to go ahead and fill out that application. On that next page, you'll get to choose a payment option. If you're on this call, if you send me the word content right now, I'll send you the link for the next, let's see, I'll leave it up for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer, and I'm going to allow you to do a low deposit today if you go ahead and do it on the call. If you go ahead and do it on the call, if you enroll on the call, you know what? Because I have to give you time to get to the page. So I'll give you 3 minutes just in case people have internet issues. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and upload the deposit option. And that way, if you want to join in, you could do a payment plan and a deposit. So let me go in here. I'm about to upload it right now. And this is only for the people on this call. Once I close off this call, that is it. That is going away. It is leaving. Okay, so if you join today, you can join for $75. And like I said, I'm only going to leave this up for a few minutes. And this is the lowest that the Content Club is going to be all year long. Let me save that there. Okay, so if you DM me the word content right now, I'm about to set a timer for 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes. And if you go on there, you'll be able to join today for $75. That will be your deposit, okay? $75 deposit today. I'm not lying. I'm actually going to show it to y'all so y'all know I'm not lying to y'all. Let me go here. I don't even know if y'all will be able to see it. If you're just joining in, welcome in, welcome in. Right now we are getting together. I'm about to give away a quick discount for the content club for those that want to enroll today, and it's going to be for today only, and only if you're on this call. You'll be able to enroll for $75. Okay, so if you go on there now, you'll literally see it. Okay, so if you go in there now, you'll literally see it. It'll say $75 order total. You'll be able to join in right now. Go ahead and check it out. Send me the link. Send me the word content, and you'll be able to join right now. And this is only for today. Like I said, only for today. All right, I'm setting my timer right now. It is up there. Setting my timer for 3 minutes. You have it. 3 minutes. Look, can y'all even see that? 3 minutes. Okay, so while we're here, I do want to talk to y'all because, like I said earlier, there is a price to staying where you are right now. I want you to take action. I want you to grow. I want you to do all these things in your business. I want you to be in the room because we're going to go over so much. You're literally going to transform your content, but I can't get on camera for you. You have to be willing to show up, put in the work. You have to be willing to record. You have to be willing to get on camera and talk on camera and do all the things. Like I said, I cannot get on camera for you, but I can give you all the tools that you need. I'm going to be there step by step with you the whole way. Like you have to be ready to do it though. You have to be ready to do it. When you need feedback, I'm going to give you feedback. When you need to edit, we're going to edit together. We're going to do all this on the call. We have 6 weeks to get it done, and then you have access to the community forever. So you're able to ask me questions. You're able to do all of the things that you need to get done for your business. Okay, y'all? It's still up there. We have 1 minute and 54 seconds left. If you want to take action, go ahead and take action now. I'm waiting on you. When you take action, you get access to the Content Club course immediately, but our calls do not start until the 20. We have our onboarding call on the 23rd, and then we have our other calls starting on the 26th, and those will be weekly. So make sure you're in the room for that. We have about 1 minute and 24 seconds left, and I kid y'all not, at the timer, I'm taking it down. That is it. That is going to be it. But you're able to set up for $75 today. If you have questions, ask it in the chat, and I will definitely get over to it, or one of my moderators will get to you to answer that question for you. But we are here to support you and to just answer your questions and really help you grow your business. Okay. So if you need that extra support, or if you have questions, you're able to book a call and we can chat more about it. But and you know what, I'm gonna give y'all overview of the 6 weeks real quick too, because we go over so much during the 6 weeks. But I only want people who are serious. If you aren't serious and you aren't gonna really post the content, then I don't want you to join, because I really want you to, you know, really show up and do what it takes to build your business. And then at the end of it, we do a content challenge. So you'll have the chance to win $300 and a couple other special prizes from me, like working, me helping you out on the back end of things. So, all right. Our timer just went off, so I'm about to take it down. So if you're checking out already, finish up checking out, because I am about to remove the link. Okay. Let me go back here. Let's go ahead and grab the link. And I'm going to take it on out of here. All right, it is gone. Okay, so that is all I have for y'all for BrandU tonight. But if you learned something tonight, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat. And if you, what was I going to say? If you learned something, drop 1 in the chat. If you want to learn a little bit more about your content, tomorrow is content day, so we're going to go over a whole lot. So make sure you are in the room, in the room, in the room. If you have questions about the content club, send me a DM. And then, yeah, that is all I have. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.